Mysterio. I don't know exactly what you're up to, but you'll never get away with it. What? I can't understand you. Can you come a little closer? Little closer. Psych!
We are back. My guest tonight is no stranger to having his name announced and entering a room followed by much applause. He is no stranger to the comedy game, and without further ado, the very funny Anthony Perez. Anthony.
How are you?
I am okay. How are you, sir?
You know, just being romantic, as I usually do.
As per usual, keeping it subpar then. Everything's good.
Everything's great.
All right. How you been? What's been going on?
I've been good. A lot has been going on.
Really?
Since we've last parlayed.
That's French for...
Is it? I thought it was pirate.
It's French pirate. They're a little... Still tough, though.
They're tough.
Are they?
No, but you look good. You're feeling good. What's...
I'm feeling good, man. I've been doing a lot of comedy the last couple of years.
Well, what else is new?
Oh, Phil.
You've been doing the comedy thing for as
Phil.
long as I've known you, and that's been some years.
Yeah, but this is really taking off. I'm not taking off. I don't want to sound like I'm a big deal, because I'm not.
Well, come on now. You're kind of a big deal.
You're bigger than this show.
Thanks.
That's not saying much, but give him some credit.
Well, yeah, like I've been touring. So like I went to New York and I've done some shows out there. You know, I'm slowly becoming its staple name in Toronto, which is great.
I've seen on the social medias that you keep popping up with these shows and stuff.
Oh yeah, like hello, it's me, Anthony.
Yeah. Like they're your posts, but
They are my posts.
sometimes like public posts.
They are very public.
But do you go under Anthony Perez? Or you got like AKAs, like gang names or something?
See, it kind of there's a funny story about the name that I go by.
Your gang name or your real?
My stage name.
Or can I talk about your gang name?
So-
No, well, we won't talk about that.
My cousin, who's actually a comedian, and he's killing it right now. But my cousin, Big Norm.
Big Norm.
He did a show and it was supposed to feature me. So he wrote Big Norm FT Tony, like featuring Tony.
I think I
But-
saw that. It was a poster up somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
But what happened was that they like when they announced me, they were like, "Oh yeah, and coming up with Norm is Fat Tony." So like that's what so it's kind of like Fatoni. And
Fatoni.
it's never Fat Tony, it's just Fatoni. So it's
Like
weird.
a mob boss.
Like that's exactly like that's so it's stuck.
For Tony.
It's stuck.
And
That's me.
Well,
Fatoni.
that's all right. That's a good way to get like your name out there if it catches on.
It's kind of weird because it's like Big Norm, Fat Tony. It's like
Yeah, okay. That could because
it's like we sound like the Clumps.
that could work against you. But for Tony, that's kind of nice.
It's not bad.
Does he have an entourage? Are you in an entourage? Do you have an entourage?
I have a little bit of no. I don't have an entourage.
You do now. Can we be your entourage? We'll try and dress a little nicer and be a little funnier, but
There's no membership fees, which is great.
good.
Yeah.
Good. That comes
You
later.
need like special names though.
Like
Yeah, you're for Tony. What can I be? I've been playing around with Phil the Thrill, but that's kind of. I mean, the Jersey Shore fad is over.
You could be
So
Philadelphia. Or Philarelli.
Philly cream cheese,
Oh, for the cream cheese.
cheesesteak. You hungry for some comedy? Philly cheesesteak is up next. Boo. That's usually what I
You
get.
know, I don't need an entourage.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Yeah.
I don't need an
We'll
entourage.
put you back on the slow track to the top. You just follow Norm and just keep on being funny, man. Like
Thanks.
that.
I'll try.
Just by knowing you, because I met you years ago, but just knowing you and talking to you for 10 minutes, you could tell that comedy just comes naturally to you? Like, has that always been your thing or what?
Well, the thing about that is, like, I'm actually not funny. Funny things happen to me, and, like...
Anthony!
No, funny things happen around me, and funny things happen to me, and it's like, the way I observe those funny things. But, like, I'm not... Like, if you were to say, hey, tell a joke, I can't tell a joke. I can tell you a funny story.
Oh, okay. Well,
let's hear a story.
It's like, the other day, I was driving my sister to work, and I dropped her off, and I was like, oh my god, I need to take a shit. So I went to this, like, strip mall,
Right.
on Don Mills in Eglinton, and I went to the bathroom, and I was using that bathroom, but before I, like, was doing my business or anything, 2 kids walked in,
Oh, no.
and, like, the bathroom didn't. No, it was this is horrible, but I always use the family bathroom.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like it's
Oh,
the most
yeah.
sanitary, right? Like, the parent will just, like, you know,
Less used. It's luxurious. You feel
yeah,
like a rich person.
It's like a throne, really.
exactly.
So good.
Like, I mean, the handicap stall is always the most coveted stall of all public washroom stalls. It's big. There's room, right?
Because you pass by the symbols, you're like, that's the men's, that's the women's. And when you see that private one, it's like, this one's for you. And you
Yeah.
almost see your face. You're
Exactly.
like, I'm going in.
Yeah. Like, how are you gonna say that I don't have a disability? Like, you don't know me.
But continue. 2 kids came in.
So 2 kids came in, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't this bathroom lock, right? And, like, I kept trying to lock it, but the lock, it was an electric lock. And, like, I don't know
Oh,
what's
okay.
going on. Like, you press a button and it locks it. Like, it's
Oh, right.
full
Okay.
locks. But yeah, like, and then there was that. So I was like, okay, I can't use this bathroom now because, like, if I'm in mid shit, someone walks in, like, I'm screwed.
Oh, it's
And, like, it's not one of those bathrooms where you can, like, put your foot up while you're shitting and keep the door closed.
We've all been there.
Door, right?
Yeah, yet, like, it was ticked to the side, so I have to be like this, and, you know, it would just get messy. So I just preferred, you know, I'm not doing that. Gonna go to, like, the general population bathroom is what I call it. So I went to the Gen Pop bathroom, and it reminded me of why I don't use the Gen Pop bathroom. So, like, for me, I sat there, and I was kind of sitting there, my pants down, and I'm like, where is that shit coming from? And I looked to the next stall, and there's just, like, it was like one of those, you know, anime cartoon shits where it's like a swirl
The spiral.
with, like, the X on it.
Yeah.
That was there, and I was like, Jesus, right? And, like,
Good
the
Lord.
worst part was that I was getting out of the bathroom and people were coming in, and they probably thought, like, wow, that guy just fucking murked this entire bathroom.
That's the worst.
And I don't do Gen Pop. I do handicaps. I think they use a different ply of toilet paper too,
A nice, like a thicker ply.
like a Cottonelle
That's
or something.
What would you call that?
Probably like 3 ply, too.
Yeah,
Like, not even 2 ply, it's like 3 ply. It's like,
probably like gauzes.
FOLEY'S After Midnight, go star.
But your stand-up comedy set, I unfortunately, after all these years, have not been able to see it live myself.
Oh, that sucks.
But yeah, with other comedians, like, is it always a competition? Like, what's the pre-conversation like before?
No, everything's pretty friendly. Like, I mean, it's not as big of a circle, at least the one I'm a part of. It's not as big of a circle as people think. So we see each other a lot. Like, we see each other perform a lot. We know who's good and who's not good, and we respect that you have the balls to go up there and say some shit in front of a bunch of people.
I could never do it.
I think you could.
I care too much about what people think about me, so
Really?
I think I would freeze up there, yeah. Like, maybe one day, maybe live on the show, I'll, like, do, like, an open mic or something, just so the audience can see me bomb, but I don't know, it's scary, man.
It can be. I mean, in certain settings, like, I did a show in Whitby a couple months ago, and that was a bad show. And it wasn't just me, it was just, like,
The crowd
it was
energy.
the crowd, yeah. Like, I feed off energy. Like, when people are... And, like, I mean, if people are laughing, then as a comedian, you get... You know, it excites you, and it gets you going, and your delivery's better and everything.
For
But
sure.
the crowd is, like, dead. You're just kind of like...
The segues really suffer.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're dead and you're just like, okay, so there's this, yeah, like,
Yeah, and, like, sometimes that works for me. Like, I have, like, this awkward style where, like, if, you know, people aren't completely on board with what I'm saying, I'll just be like, okay, you guys are great. You know, like, I'll just have, like, things to say in between. And sometimes people are not receptive to those things. So even when I'm throwing, I can either throw out, like, my best material or, like, some filler stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that like any performance or anything like that, like if the crowd's not into it, it's kind of shitty.
Yeah, like the comedy business. Pardon my French, but it can be a cold, heartless bitch. And
Whoa.
I had to say it.
Come on.
I'll put $1 in the swear jar, but it can be a bitch.
We have a swear jar?
No. But like hecklers are what I'm afraid of. Like, do you ever get those? And
I love hecklers.
I figured you.
How do you deal with them?
I figured you would, because if someone were to heckle you, I just picture you like shredding them to pieces.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like for me, again, I don't tell jokes. Like I tell like my life experiences. So
Yeah.
my perspective on things is really funny. And like I've been a bully for so long that I can just pick out the slightest thing and be like, that's what makes you suck. And that person will just like, oh shit, I do suck. Like when I was in New York, I got heckled in New York, and it was this white guy that was, it sounded racist, but it was a white guy that's sitting at a table.
In fact, he was white.
That is sitting in front of, like, with a table of Filipino women, and like I knew like the guy wasn't a part of their party. He just came over and tried to hit on them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I just pointed out, I was like, oh yeah, white guy, Filipino girls, that's not uncommon. And everyone started laughing at the guy. We totally turned the crowd on this guy.
Nice.
And there was other things, I just don't want to say them on camera.
Are you sure?
What are the ones you can say?
You're in a
well,
safe place.
This kid,
Nobody's watching.
this guy
The
goes,
tree of trust.
do you guys know who Little Terrio is?
Oh, kill him. Oh.
Does this dance called Ooh Kill Him. Look it up.
Oh, okay.
YouTube it, Little Terrio, Ooh Kill Him. And you'll see what I'm talking about. And I was, that same guy was like, oh, like after I chirped him about, white men hitting on Filipino women or whatever.
Mm.
And I started chirping the Filipino women too. I didn't want the white guy to feel singled out. But I was like, oh yeah. I was like, don't worry, man. As long as you give one of them their green card, they'll be all right. So I dropped something like that. And I heard him say, like, under his breath, he was like, it was quieter than his other heckles.
Yeah.
But he was like, oh yeah, like, he was like, whatever, Little Terrio. And so instead of going, ooh, kill him, I went, ooh, kill yourself. And the whole crowd, it was just like the timing of everything. Everyone knew who Little Terrio was, so it was a perfect scenario. Because like when he said like whatever, Little Terrio, people started laughing, and I was like, okay, so they know who he is, and it just like in an instant, and I got him.
That's fantastic. The perfect storm. That's amazing how you can, like, you yourself can turn a whole crowd of people against one person. Like, you're a crowd commander. You're a born leader, man. You are meant for great things. I know it.
Thanks.
But for now, we need to take a commercial break.
Okay.
Because we have those now. Season 2 money.
Really?
Well,
What are the commercials?
let's see. We'll be right back after this.
Who sponsors this shit?
All I need is a shot, no rabies.
And then the sketch ends with the guy saying, back off, get your own sandwich.
Oh, that's with the sandwich thing. I remember that, yeah.
Is that no good? Because it's funny.
No, it's okay. It's just the whole back off, get your own sandwich thing. That was like a long time ago. It's kind of an old joke.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I just mean with like the new season. It's going great, and we want to stay topical. We want to stay fresh. We need to spoof like current things. I just think we need to spoof something that hasn't been spoofed like a million times before.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need. You decided this. What you say? What did she say? What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need. You decided this. What what you say? What did she say?
Go. All right, welcome back to Foley's After Midnight. I'm still here with Anthony Perez, and he told us many interesting, dirty, funny stories during the break, which, if you send us a donation, we will send you the uncut footage of those stories.
Crowdfunding.
Oh man, damn funny, but...
Hashtag real talk. What was the funniest high school moment between the two of you?
I don't know.
Did you guys have moments?
We
We were in drama together.
Yeah, we had so many moments though.
Yeah, it's...
I was such a bad drama student. I was gonna put in the shittiest groups because okay, listen, I didn't go to drama class.
Shittiest, I was in your groups, man.
We had some shitty groups.
Well, because we never did the written work.
Exactly.
We just did the
See,
acting.
I was never in class, so Paul Dano would automatically give me shitty marks.
I remember one story I heard about you in high school where I think the teacher was going to send you to the office for like a late slip or something, and you tried to bribe them or something like that. You're like,
Yeah.
and you talked to my friend Abraham Lincoln, and it was like an American penny or something. And they were like, Anthony, go to the office, and you were like, hold on,
Yeah.
maybe you might want to talk to his friend Abraham Lincoln. It was like another penny. I forget who told me about that. I was like, that sounds like Anthony.
That's factual. That's the truth, man.
Now, since you're on the show, we cannot end the episode without talking about how you and I once had a job together as telemarketers.
Ugh.
Those people that people just love when they call, like during dinner and early in the morning. And we had some pretty funny times working at Millennium.
We did.
Millennium Teleservices. I wish I could remember the script that we had to say, but I can't remember it.
Yeah.
But
Oh man.
one phone call sitting next to you, I'll never forget. I tell this. I've told this to my father. I've told this to people at parties. It's the funniest shit. I was sitting next to Anthony at Millennium Teleservices, and he does this thing where like they're like, "Hello, hello," and he's just being quiet. And I guess a father and son answered the phone at the same time at their house, and the dad was like, "Hello," and the son was like, "Hello?" It's like, "Who is this?" Like, "Dad?" "Yeah." "Son, how's it going?" "Oh, I'm all right." You know. He's like, "What are you up to, champ?" I'm just chilling at home." "So, I'm at home too." "Who the hell called us?" Like, I look over at Anthony, and Anthony's dying laughing.
Oh, I remember that.
And then Anthony just hangs up, and he's like, Phil, hang up. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm here to call about..." Click. I'm like, "What?" Like, I don't know why I called. I'm like, "What happened?" And he told me, and like, we both started laughing. Like,
Oh my god, that's one of the funniest shit. Yeah, I forgot about that.
and then like, oh,
that is too rich. And, no, like, if anything, like I felt like I would have jumped in though, or at least like said like some really weird word, and they would be like, "Did you hear that?" "Yeah, I heard that." "Did you hear that?"
Like,
"There's somebody else on the line. Is there somebody else on the line?" And you go really quiet. And
just do something like,
yeah.
"You hear, son? Did that come from inside the house?" Just be like,
man.
"I'm in the basement."
See, like, I couldn't think. It was just too funny that like, this was happening. Oh my god.
It was it's the funniest thing, and
Yo,
like,
it was the funniest thing, and I couldn't think. Like, I wanted to jump in at some point, but I couldn't do it. Yeah.
with that being said, do you want to call someone right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
I feel like we should. Who should we call? Let's check the old contacts here.
I believe it's clear. You should call Mr.
Yes.
Chris Anthony
Yes.
Wall, put him on speaker,
Oh
and see
yeah.
what you get.
Do you think he'll? No, he probably doesn't have my number. Yeah, let's do it. There we go.
Drake.
Hello?
Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, is this Christian?
Yeah, this is Christian.
How are ya?
I'm pretty good. Who's this?
What are you doing?
I'm just chilling with my college guys, playing a board game.
You play board games?
Yep, play board game.
Fantastic.
What's up?
Put your hands on my shoulder. Put me in your arms, Christian.
Wait, is this you?
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Got that high pitch tone.
You're just gonna call me some other guy's name?
Yeah, I'm pretty gonna do that.
You're
Yeah.
a son of a bitch. You are a son of a bitch. You told me I was special. Forget it. Forget it. You know what?
You are so special.
FYI, shut up. You're a Oh, that was good.
This
done
was
that in a
fantastic.
while.
I learned a lot. Thank you so much. We have to have you back
Yes.
for season 3. I don't know.
Hey.
Hey, I'll come back anytime. I'm on Foley's. I'm on Foley's, motherfuckers. I'm on Foley's.